Now we welcome back House Majority Leader Steve Scalise. Hello, Mr. Scalise. Great to see you. I just want to say, I think we have some sound. Trump talked a lot about drill, baby, drill and energy, and by inference, your great bill, H.R. 1. Take a listen, sir.
3 years ago, we were at a level, we were energy independent. We were going to be very shortly energy dominant. And today we're getting oil from Venezuela. Can you believe it? We were going to be supplying oil to Europe, all over the world. And then a tragic thing happened during the election.
So, Steve Scalise, there's a lot of substance to these Trump speeches, even though pundits may not say that. And he'll be committed to going back towards energy dominance and independence. And you know what else, Steve? I think the LNG thing, right? Biden's trying to stop the LNG, which is such an important thing for America's domestic security and foreign security. Trump will turn that around, won't he?
He will, Larry, and he'll do it in short order. Look, you were there the last time the president was in the White House. I got to work with him on a lot of the things that we did to become energy independent and energy dominant. We were not only supplying all of our energy needs, we were helping our friends around the world. And by the way, that undermines countries like Russia. It undermines Putin. And so what Joe Biden did, he came in, he reversed those Trump policies that were successful, and he's made our country dependent on those foreign countries again. And by the way, the latest effort, as you alluded to, on LNG exports, where Biden basically put a pause on LNG exports, that's a gift to Vladimir Putin from Joe Biden. Why would he want to do that? But it hurts America. It raises costs for families. Families are fed up with this. It's why Donald Trump's doing so well. They know that he knows how to get energy production going again, and that Joe Biden wants to shut down American energy. He wants to bring it in from other countries that don't like us. We got to end that.
We do indeed. The other thing he's keep mentioning, which I love, Jim Jordan's going to come on. May talk to him about this, too. He talked tax cuts last night, Steve Scalise. Now, when anyone talks tax cuts, I get a chill down my spine. And I was so happy to hear it. He said he wants a second round of tax cuts. He hadn't even told us about that. So I find that fascinating. And you're going to be one of the leaders in the House. So we got to get moving on tax cuts. I mean, he was given a growth agenda last night at the Mar-a-Lago speech.
Yeah, it was a very presidential speech last night, and I was with the president last week at Mar-a-Lago, and we talked about a lot of the things that we would do. Of course, we've got to get there. There's a long way between now and November, but I think the idea of what we could do to get our economy moving again, to cut taxes so that everybody would benefit like we saw last time, to secure America's border, to be energy independent. People are excited about that. It's why you're seeing the numbers for Trump continue to rise. It's why you're seeing him do so well, not only in the primaries, but look at the polling in the swing states when it's the matchup of Biden against Trump. In states like Michigan, and you're seeing with African Americans, with Hispanics who are fed up with the Biden policies, lower income families, by the way, who are getting hit the hardest by Biden's inflation agenda. They're fed up and they want to go back to those days under Donald Trump when we had a robust economy and our friends knew that we had their backs around the world and our enemies feared us. That was all the case. We've got to get back to that, and Donald Trump will bring us back quickly. And that's where we need to go. Well,
drill, baby, drill, tax cuts, deregulation, border control. It's a good combination. It's a hell of a good combination. Steve Scalise, I'm on a short leash, as always. I'll see you in Washington in due course. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.